All right, good afternoon. I'm Major Williams with the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, and I just want to give you a quick brief regarding the manhunt in Garvin County that took place a week ago today. Initially, there were several law enforcement agencies supporting Garvin County and the Cleveland County Sheriff's Department, where the deputy was from that got shot. There's too many agencies to list at this time, but there was a huge outpouring of support from local agencies, sheriff's departments in the region supporting that manhunt. As time went on, intelligence-wise, there just wasn't much coming in supporting that he was still there or supporting that he had left the area. So as of yesterday, the United States Marshal Service, along with the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, made a decision to make one last push through the area, the initial crime scene area, in an effort to look for any evidence, including a body. So that grid search was coordinated with the Marshal Service and our Emergency Services Unit with Oklahoma Highway Patrol, and we conducted a grid search which ultimately resulted in finding the body of the deceased suspect within the initial crime scene area.
Why wasn't that location searched the first day?
It was searched the first day, but initially, with the type of crime that was committed, a deputy shot in the face with a firearm, that type of search was not a thorough search of every square inch up and down of that area. We were looking for a suspect that was armed. As time went on, like I said, the lack of any intelligence coming in to support that he had left the area or that he was still in the area led us to have a more thorough search of that area, grid search, and that's what happened yesterday.
Were cadaver dogs used prior to yesterday trying to find the body of the suspect?
One more time, sir.
Were cadaver dogs used prior to yesterday?
Yes, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol has 2 cadaver dogs, and one of those cadaver dogs did in fact locate the deceased victim or suspect.
Regarding the suspect, we're hearing that possible he was wanted for murder out of Dallas and Miami. And then is there any link with him running a prostitution ring of drugs back and forth between Oklahoma City and Dallas?
As far as the intel, we had the U.S. Marshal Service and Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation was working that end of it. I can't speak to any of that. If anyone wants to address any of that.
Do we think the ball was dropped on this search or anything? I mean, a lot of resources, time, and money went into this, and it seemed like he was right under your nose.
No, I think it came out exactly the way it was supposed to. Yes, it's very frustrating that we didn't find him initially as close to the original crime scene as he was. However, the brush and the undergrowth where he was discovered, you literally had to crawl and move it to find the body. So, like I said before, you've got an armed guy that's already shown that he's willing to shoot a deputy in the face and flee that scene. We're not going to go out there and get on our hands and knees and dig around initially. Yes, we're going to walk through and we're going to look and search, but we've got to keep in mind that this guy is armed, and that's why we set up an inner perimeter and outer perimeter with the help of the sheriff's departments and all the other resources that were there in order to keep it contained. And as time went on, the lack of any intel indicating he had left the area, lack of any intel indicating that he was in the area, led us to do a real thorough search of the area looking for potentially a body, which is what we found.
And the dogs didn't search that area on day one?
No, the cadaver dogs were not there on day one. There were dogs there on and off throughout the mission, and I can't really speak to whether or not they, went into that area or didn't go into that area.
Any details on what prompted that traffic stop to begin with?
Actually, I do not have that answer. I don't know.
Do we know how Jenkins died?
The ME's office will do their report in conjunction with the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, and I'm sure at some point that'll be forthcoming, more details on that.
Do we know who shot the innocent bystander?
I do not. Again, as far as the crime scene, that's Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. We were there just to support the mission and find the bad guy.
What about the woman that was with the suspect? Do we know her whereabouts or whatever she may or may not have had involved in being with him?
Again, I'll leave that up to Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation or the Marshal Service. If y'all want to talk about that, you're more than welcome to. I can't speak on that.
Marshall, sir, you have to speak.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, sir. All I'd like to say is, once again, this is a sad ending in a way. Obviously, our thoughts and prayers are with Deputy Stedman and the Frierson family. Wish Deputy Stedman a speedy recovery. But once again, it's a great example of how law enforcement in this community came together for the sole purpose of finding this fugitive and protecting the public. And whether it takes us one day, a week, or a year, that's what we're here for. And once again, the great partnerships that we have between all of these agencies is what made this happen. So on behalf of the Marshal Service, once again, we're grateful for the cooperation of all our law enforcement partners to make this happen, because no one single agency can undertake a venture like this.
And so although it took that long to find him, do we think it was successful, the search?
Well, clearly it's successful because it's concluded. Now, once again, it would have been nice if it was concluded that day, but we can't always have that. The main thing is that none of us ever gave up. We had as many people working on this yesterday or day before yesterday as we did day one. And that's the key to that. You have to keep pouring manpower into this, following up those leads and working those tips until it comes to a conclusion.
Did the suspect have a gun on him when the body was found, or was told he had to have a gun at any point in time?
I'm not going to comment on the crime scene itself. That'll be up to OSBI when they do their final report, and also the ME's office.
Will you say spell your name for us before?
It's Johnny, Johnnny, Kuhlman.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Hunter McKee, Hunter, MCKEE, Public Information Manager, OSBI. I just want to first start by saying, just like what OHP and the Marshals first brought up, is that this was a joint effort from the very beginning. When I was with you guys, just shortly after this incident first started last Wednesday, I had talked about multiple times there were multiple law enforcement agencies from all over the area that responded to this. And I just want people to understand, too, that how quickly they were able to respond to the scene, to the area, to try to track this person down. They were keeping people safe. And we just want to say from the OSBI that we appreciate everybody that responded. We all have different jobs. We all have a lot of responsibilities going on when it comes to a long, big search just like this. And we appreciate everybody that stepped up and did everything that they needed to do to try to track down the suspect as well as keeping people safe.
Do we know when Jenkins died?
We do not. That is still part of our investigation at this time. As we said before, too, like OHP had mentioned, that there was a male subject found deceased that matched a description of Jenkins. That body was transported to the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office, where they will identify the body as well as determine a cause of death.
Have you all reached out to his family since the body was found?
That is part of our investigation right now.
Any indication where that bullet came from, that extreme bullet that hit the passenger?
We're also looking into that. That'll be part of our investigation.
Good thing, I guess, with him having the gun and where the woman is and the connection between him and Oklahoma City and the drug running, the prostitution ring stuff. I mean, these are a lot of questions that people have that
Sure.
not only our reporters have, but like viewers calling in too, wanting the answer to these questions. Are you able to answer any of those at this time?
No, and again, we understand that a lot of people have questions. This is an ongoing investigation at this time. We're looking into all aspects of how this started, how this person died. As soon as we get more information on that and conclude our investigation, we'll let everybody know.
Friday, you all had expanded the grid search in Davis, in that area. Did you all have any reason to believe he was in that area still?
Yes, I mean, again, this was, like I mentioned to you guys when I was out there, this is a large area that we searched, all aspects. We were receiving tips at that time. We would respond to those tips, and that was not just in the area that you guys were in, but that was in expanding areas too. Within Garvin County, some of the surrounding counties too.
All those blue alerts also were going off. Did Jenkins have a phone on him? Did we hear?
We're still looking into that at this time.
And in regard to the woman that was with him, do y'all know where she's at any, at this point in time, to question her in your investigation?
We're still investigating that too.
Do we have her name?
No.
What the suspect wanted for anything at the time, was there anything that was going on with that traffic stop?
Also still part of the investigation.